In November 2025, Fortnite was taken over by The Simpsons. We got this Springfield map, lots of different characters, and there was even original animations to tell this own mini story about The Simpsons in the Fortnite universe. Unfortunately for us, that event ended at the end of November and all the content was taken out. If you thought The Simpsons were done with live service games, you were very much wrong, as on June the 3rd, 2026, The Simpsons took over Monopoly Go in a similar fashion. So in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of it. I've been playing this since the event started, so there's quite a lot to see, so I'm going to show off some of it, not all of it, because this game is live service, so it's very hard to actually track every little thing, but I'm going to give you a general sense of what's going on. So before the event started, we actually got this mini short, which was called Mr. Burns and Mr. Monopoly's Excellent Rivalry, and this shows Mr. Burns and Mr. Monopoly going against each other and competing, and basically leads into the event itself. Weirdly enough, Will Ferrell, of all people, voices Mr. Monopoly. I don't think he's ever been in the show, so I don't know how that happened, but this was written by one of the executive producers of the show, so yeah, they actually went all in and made this short, similar to what we saw with the Fortnite crossover. Okay, so we are in the game itself. As you can see, we have a Monopoly board here. I'll try and give a very simple overview of this game and what it is, but I am not an expert and there is a lot going on here. But very simply, this is based on Monopoly, but they've ripped it all out, so it is more of a mobile live service thing. So you roll dice to go around the Monopoly board, and you earn money, and then you can use that money to buy landmarks and upgrade landmarks. And the game is split into different boards, and the whole point is that you're trying to complete each board and upgrade every landmark, so then you can move on to the next one, and you keep going and so forth. There's definitely a lot more to it than that. You can kind of just see here, like, look at all these icons around the screen. There is always something going on. There's always some sort of event. There is always some sort of like limited time offer. So I won't be able to go into all of this. So let's start with the board itself. We have Simpsons themed spaces all around here. So Cletus's cornhole, Lenny's apartment. We got Springfield tax, and we can see Mayor Quimby is there, which is very nice. And then we have, instead of the railroads, we have monorails, which is like, yeah, perfect. So we got Bumtown, Springfield Heights, Squidport, and Evergreen Terrace, which that's a bit of a weird one, but okay. And then we got very specific spaces as well. So we've got over here, we've got the Springfield Sanitation Commissioner, which is a very nice reference. And we can't really see it at the moment because it's hidden, but we got the Bear Patrol tax, which I really like that one, to be honest. But if we zoom out, we are currently on the Springfield board, which takes place in the town square. And over here, we've got the Jebediah Springfield statue, and we've got all these little characters walking around. We got Krusty over here, we got Grandpa, we got Marge, that's a bit weird. I've not seen that before because Marge is over there. That's a little creepy. I don't think I like that, but fine. The La Lad statue as well. So all these little references. And the thing that will probably stand out to you is the art style. So if we go over to Marge here. Yeah, they've gone for something a little bit different. For the most part, it is very much The Simpsons, very recognizable as that. But they have gone for this chibi little art style where they're going a little bit more cutesy. They gave them bigger heads, and it's basically to fit better into this game. For the most part, I think it looks good. For the most part, I think it works quite well for what this game is, and you know, you're not supposed to zoom into these characters like I'm doing here. It lets you do it, but really you are supposed to be high above. So I think it looks pretty good. A little bit inconsistent, but we'll see that as we kind of go along. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start playing a little bit here just to kind of show off the game a bit and see what spaces we get. So here we go. I'm going to roll some dice. Let's see what we get. All right, nothing too exciting. We landed on Duff Gardens and we get some money. So yeah, every single one of these spaces is themed towards a you know, is a specific place, but really when you're playing the game, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we landed on the chance card. So all the chance cards have been replaced with like a specific Simpsons character. Although really these are more like references that you see. So it's like a specific quote, a specific reference, and then you kind of get the card, you get some sort of like positive effect, and then you kind of get to see a reference here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we earned a sticker pack. We've got Homer art at the top there, and we get these stickers, and all the stickers have Bart's face on them. I guess because he's a 10-year-old boy who would be interested. And we got Pie Man. Very nice. I don't have Pie Man yet. So let's collect that sticker and we can go and check out the sticker album. So even though this game is about like upgrading your boards and money, really it's about the stickers. That's my understanding of this. Every event that they do has a ton of stickers you can get. And really the important thing, or what people seem to focus on, I think, is getting these stickers. So if you're able to get every single sticker, there's 189. You get these rewards at the top, and that's some dice and that's some money. But this is the important thing. This is the thing you want. So this is a token, and this is basically who you play as. You know, it's Monopoly, right? So everyone has a playing token. So this is one you can get for Homer, which does mean like you have to complete the sticker album to get Homer, which is a bit disappointing, but I can't deny this looks really good. In terms of this chibi art style, I think there are some times where it looks a little off, but this is where it's like perfect. A little token of Homer it's just perfect. Unfortunately, like getting these stickers is really difficult, so it's really hard to complete this sticker album. So the chances are I'm not going to be able to get this. I think most people won't be able to without spending money, but it kind of, you know, is the nature of these. So for the actual stickers themselves, we got different types of albums. I would say we have characters, we have references, and then we have like mini stories. So if we click on the Simpsons here, I don't have all the stickers. I am missing quite a few. Please don't judge me too harshly. This game is a bit of a nightmare when it comes to this sort of stuff because it's all random. But anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. But yeah, we can see we've got all the different Simpsons characters. I have almost everyone apart from Snowball 2. And this is what I kind of mean with the chibi art style, where something like Maggie, she looks like exactly the same. Very cute, of course. But we have this quite kind of creepy, to be honest. But then we have Marge, where like the big head, she just looks kind of very strange there. But then if you click on Homer, I think that works quite well. So I guess it just kind of depends on the image. But yeah, so this is one type of sticker album that they have, where it is just a selection of characters. And if we go to friends and family, very much the same thing, you know, different characters. Get a nice one of Lenny and Carl. We have Unky Herb, which is quite nice to see. But you can kind of see there where like the chibi art style, they don't always use it. I would say there his head's a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger, because they're taking a frame from that episode and then just kind of like tweaking, like redoing it, basically. So those are the character ones. But then also we have these like mini story ones. So if we go to Monopoly's training day, again, I apologize, I don't have them all. But this is like Mr. Monopoly takes over the power plant, basically. Or he's just like working in the power plant. And then here's all like the different misadventures that he kind of gets up to, which, you know, very cute. I think it's a really nice idea. If you're going to have these stickers like this, to actually kind of have them tell this little mini story, but also like it's a crossover, right? So like this is like a nice chance to kind of like take advantage of that. So here's one set where I have completed it. So if you know your Simpsons, you'll know Team Homer from season 7, where Mr. Burns takes part in a bowling team, Homer's bowling team. So we kind of get that, but like a different version where Mr. Monopoly is Mr. Burns instead. So Mr. Monopoly arrives, he joins Pin Pals, he has a very expensive ball, Mo is ugly, so mean. They're going for the trophy, just like in the episode. They get on quite well. Otto is doing his thing, and eventually they win, and we get this nice little t-shirt as well. So yeah, like there's not a lot here. All it is like 9 images. And to be honest with you, you don't have to play this game to see these. Like you're watching this video, you can see them. There's not much else here. And if you want, you can just Google this and you'll find like every single image. So if you want to check these out, like do go ahead. But I think they're very well done. Quite impressed by these. I like these ones as well. This is very cute. just Maggie like interacting with all the different Monopoly elements to it, which is like, again, just like a really nice idea. Not crazy, but just like a really nice idea. Unfortunately for me, yeah, like so many I'm missing. Just so many that I'm missing here that like it is a little bit disappointing to not to be able to get these. Like we have this one, which is all about steamed hams, and it is just going through steamed hams, which is, you know, iconic at this point. So let me show you what it's supposed to look like. These are the actual stickers, but getting these stickers is very difficult to do, which is a little bit sad. So if we go here to the bonus one, so this is only running for 2 weeks. And this is a set of stickers which is telling the story of the opening of the show. Right, it zooms in and, well, I'm missing my bad. But, you know, this is the show opening, as you can kind of see. And if you're able to complete this, then you get the Simpsons sky, which is a shield, which I'll explain a little bit in a bit, I think, if we get to it. But yeah, so like this is split into episodes. So every 2 weeks, there's a new episode, which kind of sync up with these stickers, I believe. At the moment, we don't know what that's going to be, and the event is currently running, so there's probably a lot more that's going to get added into the game. But I think this first episode is called Welcome to Springfield, and yeah, so quite a few things are going to refresh after these 2 weeks are up. Okay, so I'm going to keep rolling, and we're going to see if we can get any more interesting Simpsons things to happen. At the moment, we are currently filling up this Springfield monorail. So if I get if I land on the monorail enough times, then I can earn myself a sticker pack. At the moment, it's carbon rods. You're collecting carbon rods, but like this rotates constantly. Like this is one of those games where it's just constantly rotating stuff out. So even just kind of tracking all of these like little collectible things is just crazy because it's just always going in and out. So eventually, if I keep rolling and if I keep landing on the monorail, then I will earn enough carbon rods to then get that. Oh, is that big butt? Oh, here we go. So here we go. Never mind. We'll get to the big butts. So this is like a shutdown event. So as you're building up your landmarks and your board, if you land on a monorail, then you can go ahead and attack people. We get this like really nice animation, right? It's Homer and Bart working together to help you kind of destroy this stuff. Really nice animation. Again, I think it's probably a time where like it looks quite good and it makes a lot of sense for the game. But hold the phone because we are now doing another mini event. So on the free parking space at the moment it is Marge and Maggie. I believe every 2 weeks they are going to rotate that out. So a different character is going to sit on free parking and then they'll have a different event. But for this one, we have to roll and we're trying to collect the teddy bears. And we don't want to land on these spaces, which is the grey ones with like the potholes, I suppose. I think these are meant to be Bobo, but they look a bit too cute and cuddly to be Bobo, in my opinion, so they might not be. I'm pretty bad at this. I mean, it's luck. Like this, all of this game is just like rolling dice and just like taking chances on stuff. So we'll see if this is going to work out, but let's just roll and see what we get. So we don't want to land on that pothole. So not a 1. We just don't want a 1. Okay, 5. Is that good? Okay. Okay, here we go. So just not a 1. We got a 2. Perfect. Okay. And we get this nice animation there. You probably recognize that. That is Marge crumping. I feel like it's probably the lore that I have to show you this. If we go back to our sticker collection and we go to... What am I looking for? There's one called memes that I'm not seeing at the moment. Beloved memes. Here we go. There's a crumping sticker, which is just like, it's both the worst sticker, I think, in terms of the art style, and like the best sticker. It's like, she looks horrendous, and I love it. It looks so weird and so strange, but like, who couldn't love that? And you can kind of see here we can earn a lot. Like, if you complete each of these individual albums, you do get rewards for it. So if we quickly go through here, see if there's any more Simpsons stuff that I have not mentioned. And also, like, blink and you miss it. Yep, so you can get an emote of the screaming caterpillar, which is probably one of the later references in this. What is that, season 13 or something? It probably isn't. Probably got that wrong, and I'm going to lose my Simpsons fan license. But oh well. Yeah, there we go. We got this nice shield of Mr. Sparkle. which looks very good. And there we go. Yeah, so you get different Simpsons rewards there. So next I'm going to... I would have quite liked to have hit jail. Maybe let's roll and see if we can get there. Okay, let's see if we can get a 4. Oh god, we got a 5. Of course I got a 5. It's all random chance. It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. But there is another little mini game that we can play here. Yeah, this Quickie Mart mini game. And you could see there the Simpsons movie poster 2 was on that wall, which is quite an interesting touch. But yeah, so this keeps rotating out. So originally this was like a racing game where like you team up with other people and then you collect flags and then you take part in a race. And then if you're able to come in first, then you earned a token, I believe, of Homer's car. I wasn't able to do that, which I'm not happy about, but fine. But yeah, so you are like, there's a lot of stuff to kind of earn here. So this is, you're trying to complete columns, which is just, okay. Okay, so let's do that. Do that there. There we go. So you're just kind of trying to complete these, and then that earns you different Simpsons themed food items. Okay, so that's 2. So we've got a couple of cans there. I can't actually quite see what those cans are supposed to be, but I'm assuming that is going to be a reference. Or that was... Oh no, that was okay. We can recover. Put you there. I got plenty of blocks, so I don't need to be too careful with this. I'm probably not doing a great job. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Recipe complete. Let's collect this. Okay, more blocks. Is that it? Alright, well that doesn't seem very exciting. I don't know. But that's what this game is. It's like, do the thing to get the thing, and then you get another thing on a timer or whatever. But yeah, so that's what you're trying to do here. You're trying to... If you complete a recipe... So you like roll to then earn blocks, and then you use those blocks on that mini game to then complete rows and columns, which then gives you random food items once you complete a recipe. And then if you line this up, then you can earn more rewards. Like, this is way more complicated than like Fortnite. It is just very messy. But yeah, you can potentially get these grand prizes up here if you're able to do it. And that comes with another shield, which is the squishy shield, which looks very nice. And then you can get more stickers. And then all these items here are like references to the show. So at the top here we got Molk, which is a classic. And then we got Hippos, which is another one. And then of course like a hot dog, which is a very, very classic reference. Something about this event, just a warning if you do try and do it. It is very difficult to get everything. I have been playing this like every day, multiple times a day. And it is just very difficult to get everything. I'm assuming you just kind of have to spend money, but with the Fortnite event, you could, you know, that was difficult because you had to spend money directly to buy skins. With this one, it's a little bit different because it's like you spend money to get dice and to get stickers, which then gives you a random chance to potentially earn something. So it is a little bit, I think it's a little bit worse. It's up to you where you draw the line with this sort of stuff. But it is very difficult to earn everything in this event. In my experience, maybe the top tier Monopoly Go players have this all 100% mapped out and know exactly what to do. But for me, if you just want to jump on and check a few things out, it's actually been very hard for me to actually like earn anything Simpsons related, even by playing more casually. So let's go to my showroom just to show you what you mean. So yeah, no tokens. I've got no Simpsons tokens. I haven't been able to get any of the shields. Haven't got any of the dice, and I've got this, which is a little Maggie emote, which looks really good. But if you're expecting to be able to play this for free and to like get this stuff, it's pretty tough to do, especially if you're not a Monopoly Go player. Okay, so as we just saw there on the map, there are these 2 boards that we can do. So at the moment we're doing Springfield, but you can also do 742 Evergreen Terrace. So there's only 2 at the moment. My understanding is that more are going to get added in. It's not just going to be these 2. But that's all we've got for the time being. And actually they rotate. So I've already completed these 2 boards. But every 10 boards they rotate in the event ones. So we can actually go to 742 Evergreen Terrace. And this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's completed. So you kind of build up each of the rooms. You spend your money to build up each of these rooms, and then it keeps getting better and better. And then eventually you get like these supreme pimped out versions of each of the locations. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. But we're not there at the moment. Instead, we are in Springfield. So we can take a quick look at this. So we've got 5 different spots we can upgrade. So most of these I've kind of done a lot of them. So in the middle we got the Simpsons house, which is like all gold. And I can actually upgrade that one more. Oh no, upgraded the wrong one. My bad. Which one is the Simpsons house then? Is it that one? Oh yes, it is that one. So that was the school. The Simpsons house is this one. So we actually get, it's quite interesting. We get these like completely like refound versions of these locations. So if you look in the top right there, we have a more basic version of the power plant, and then I can upgrade that using my money. And that's kind of what you would expect, right? That's the power plant. Although actually, let's go one more. That's the power plant. So you kind of build these more basic versions, and then you upgrade, and then eventually you get like these really like you get like these golden versions. So that's kind of interesting to see. And then in the bottom right here, you can see Moe's, which is a very basic version of Moe's, and we can kind of upgrade that to look a little bit better. So that's not quite right, so we can upgrade that one more time. And there we go, there's Moe's. Oh, here we go, I've just leveled up. This is not going to mean anything to anyone unless you know this game. Oh good, my rent targets has increased. That's it's like Christmas came early for me, I guess. Very exciting times. But yeah, and look at that. Yeah, did you just see that? That was Moe throwing out Barney from Moe's. So you get like a lot of little characters, and you get all these little like animations, which look quite nice. So yeah, so that's the Simpsons event in Monopoly Go. There are definitely a ton of references I have not mentioned because it is just so hard to find them all. And actually there is no store. You just buy dice and stuff, which means like you can spend a ton of money and hope you get everything, but you just don't know, and you could be spending a ton. So this one has actually been a lot more difficult to track everything, but this is a tour. This is what it is. If you want to check it out, it is live at the time of me recording this video. This is live. You can go play this, and you can play it for free. I've been having some fun with it. For me, I don't love it just because it does feel like one step away from gambling. Because everything is so random, and I don't quite like that. I think Fortnite to me made a little bit more sense. But everyone has their own lines, right? You have your own line. It's up to you what you want to do. If you're interested in this, I think it's probably worth a go. But in terms of like, yeah, there he is, Big Butt Skinner. There he goes. But in terms of how much you want to get invested in it, I don't know. But I will say, like, it feels very high effort. It definitely reminds me of the Fortnite event, where the Simpsons team themselves have gotten involved. It feels very faithful. They've really gone all in on everything. And there's just so many references, and it's just so filled with Simpsons stuff that I do find it very charming. It's just, I don't really have any interest in this type of game. I do find it a little bit repulsive, the way these games work. But that's not what this video is about, I suppose. So yeah, if you want to go check it out, go check it out if you want to. Because he'll be gone, and then that's it, and then it will never come back again. So yeah, so if leave me a comment if you have been playing this, what you think about it. I've been enjoying it. Again, I think it's very faithful to the show, so I'll be very interested to see if other people are enjoying this as well. So yeah, drop me a comment if you like it as well, and I'll see you on the next video for another random Simpsons video game thing.